She sat there in court, calm, confident, acting like she had it all under control. Like she was about to walk free and leave it all behind. She really thought she was getting away with it. But then the video plays, and everything changed. The courtroom went silent. The truth hit like a brick. 2 young men, gone. Their lives cut short. And the proof was all right there, on that one video. Still, she didn't own up to it. She cried, played the victim, tried to flip the script and make it look like she was innocent in all of this. But nobody was buying it, because the video said it all. No lies, no cover-up, just cold, hard truth. And in that moment, she knew. She's not walking out of that courtroom. She's not going home. Not after what they saw. Not after what she did. This is the chilling case of Mackenzie Shirilla, the teenage driver whose deadly decision changed everything. She looked like any other teenager, smiling in selfies, making TikToks, and cruising through suburban streets in her car. But behind the wheel one early morning in Ohio, 17-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla made a chilling choice that turned deadly. Authorities would later describe her actions not as a tragic accident, but as something cold, calculated, and deliberate. A crash so violent it looked like something out of a horror movie. But when investigators pulled the car's black box, what they discovered would shock everyone. What happened in that car, and why did she do it? Mackenzie Shirilla seemed like your average suburban teen, living in Strongsville, Ohio, a quiet, mostly safe community just outside Cleveland. She was a high school senior balancing classes, fashion, and fun. On social media, she came off bubbly and confident, posting dance trends and selfies. But behind the filters and carefully crafted posts, Mackenzie had a volatile relationship with her boyfriend, 20-year-old Dominic Russo. Dominic was known in the area, street smart, good-looking, and always surrounded by friends. Despite their age difference and rocky ups and downs, Mackenzie and Dominic stayed together. But according to friends, their relationship wasn't just rocky, it was explosive. And by July 2022, that volatility had reached a terrifying peak. In the early morning hours of July 31st, 2022, around 5:30 a.m., surveillance cameras in Strongsville captured something bizarre. A silver Toyota Camry speeding through a deserted industrial area, far from any residential homes. Mackenzie was behind the wheel. In the passenger seat was Dominic Russo, and in the back was 19-year-old Davion Flanagan, a friend of the couple who had tagged along that night. The footage showed Mackenzie slowly making her way down Alameda Drive. She circled back and accelerated, fast. Seconds later, her car slammed into the brick wall of a vacant warehouse at 100 miles per hour. The wreckage was catastrophic. The Camry was crumpled like an accordion. Firefighters arrived quickly, but Dominic and Davion were both pronounced dead at the scene.
No one's breathing. Bust that window out.
All right.
Rookie.
You good, huh?
Oh my God. Who can hear my voice? Who's in here? Drivers, God.
I copy.
Radio, straight, all three. Come here. Call him the plates. Let him call it in. Oh my God.
Can you see her breathing?
She's breathing. Head's wedged.
Mackenzie somehow survived, and that's where the questions began. At first glance, the crash looked like another tragic teen accident. Reckless driving, a young driver losing control. But the more investigators dug, the more the story didn't add up. There were no skid marks, no signs of braking, and Mackenzie's injuries was non-life-threatening. She was hospitalized but alert. In the days that followed, police recovered the vehicle's event data recorder. also known as the black box of the car. That's when the story took a sharp turn. The data painted a chilling timeline. Mackenzie had intentionally floored the gas pedal, hitting 100 miles per hour, and never touched the brakes. It wasn't a mistake, it was deliberate. But motive still wasn't clear. Why? That's when prosecutors began piecing together Mackenzie's state of mind. Text messages, social media posts, and witness statements revealed a dark pattern. She and Dominic had been arguing constantly. Friends described their relationship as toxic, dramatic, and controlling. In the weeks before the crash, Mackenzie allegedly threatened to harm Dominic.
Would that be to key my car? Telling to break the door.
Key your car if you do not let me in the house.
You're going to key my car.
If you don't let me in the house, yeah.
A former friend even testified that Mackenzie said she would crash the car to end it all. She meant it literally. During their investigation, authorities uncovered chilling surveillance footage that changed everything. Days before the tragic incident, Mackenzie was caught on camera driving along the same stretch of road, taking a similar path. Investigators later described this as a trial run, suggesting it wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision, but something more deliberate. The footage became a crucial piece of evidence, revealing a disturbing pattern leading up to the fatal crash. One of the most heartbreaking moments in this case came when police showed up at the home of Dominic Russo's mother. As officers stood at her door, the look on their faces said it all. Something was terribly wrong. The moment she heard her son's name, her knees buckled. She collapsed into tears, screaming in disbelief. Her cries echoed through the neighborhood as the weight of the unimaginable news sank in.
So there was an incident that we believe Dominic may be involved.
What?
When was the last time you saw him?
Last night.
Last night?
Yeah, everybody was home. Why?
Okay.
What happened?
You want to come out here?
Yeah.
Right now,
Okay.
all we know is that the driver, who was Mackenzie, is at Metro.
Right.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah,
Just stay seated, please.
take your time.
Please,
There you
just
go.
relax. Take a deep breath.
That's
Take
okay.
a deep breath.
That's okay. You're good. Take your time.
Take a deep breath. Okay. The other two passengers, like I said, was Davion and who we believe is Dominic. Okay.
Okay.
From what Mackenzie told us.
Okay.
Okay. Both Davion and Dominic are deceased.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Christine,
Sit down. Just sit down.
Oh my God!
Sit there. That's fine.
Oh my God! Why would this happen? Where were they going?
Why don't
we
you have a seat?
don't know that right now,
yet.
Christine.
But could we
Christine.
get somebody else for you at this point?
Is there somebody, any other family
That we
members?
can contact. There you go. There you go. Have a seat. Take your time. Take your time.
Christine,
Yes.
can
Can we get somebody else?
we're going to come in with you. Christine, we're going to come in with you, okay? Listen, where's
Oh my God! Why did this happen? How
Hold
could
on,
they be
relax,
gone?
relax,
How could
relax.
they be gone?
Okay, hold
How
on.
could they be gone?
Where's Christopher? Where's Christopher?
He's sleeping. He's
Okay.
sleeping. Oh
Where's
my
it?
God!
Hold on,
Oh
where's
my
it?
God!
Just sit down,
Oh
sit
my
down, sit
God!
down.
I can't help.
There you go.
It can't be true. It can't be true. Why? What happened at the car? What happened in the car? What did they do? What did they do? I don't like her driving anyway. I don't like her driving. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! What a fucking deer! Oh my God! I almost died. My dog died. My cat died. My best friend died. This is not right. This can't be happening. Please don't tell me this is true. Oh my God! Could you just say they committed a crime and they're in jail? Can't they be in jail? They can't be in jail. Oh, you sure they're just not in jail?
That morning, her world shattered, and so did the hearts of everyone who need him.
Well, taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet.
You got it. You got it. No.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay. Just keep your hands right here. I'm not gonna tighten these, okay? I don't want to hurt you. You good? Are they good? Thank you. All right. This cruiser right here.
Actually, he took her out of the car and we did not.
Okay. Do you have anything on you? Pockets, anything like that?
We're in pockets, but we're just gonna-
In the back of the police car, her emotions flickered. At moments, she sat calm, almost eerily unbothered, staring out the window in silence. But then, without warning, the tears would come. She'd break down, crying softly, then, just as quickly, regain her composure. It was a ride filled with contradictions, much like the case itself. And for investigators, that behavior said a lot. In August 2023, Mackenzie Sharilla stood trial, facing multiple serious charges, including aggravated offenses and endangering the life of a minor, since Davion, who was only 19, wasn't involved in any conflict leading up to the crash. Prosecutors argued that Mackenzie intentionally used the car in a dangerous and deadly manner, arguing that she used the car as a weapon, turning it into a 3,500-pound missile. Mackenzie Sharilla chose not to testify, but through her lawyers, she painted a picture of heartbreak, claiming the crash was nothing more than a tragic accident, a moment of poor judgment, a case of reckless driving gone horribly wrong. Her defense leaned on emotion, portraying her as a grieving teen who had no reason to cause harm. The defense claimed Mackenzie suffered memory loss, brain trauma, and couldn't remember anything from that night.
Is it just kids being kids? Is it Dominic grabbing the steering wheel? Is it Mackenzie maybe speeding and say, oh my God, dark out, it's late, I'm coming up to this, I better do something, and she goes like that to avoid an accident, not acting purposely, but in fact trying to avoid it? Is it sudden acceleration, panic? Those are all possibilities. We are really never going to know what happened in that car, much less prove by evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that she purposely drove that car. Purposely. It has to be established that at the time in question, there was present in the mind of Mackenzie a specific intent to cause the death of her boyfriend, Dominic Russo, and her friend, Davion Flanagan.
It almost seemed convincing, like it might work. But then, the video played. First, investigators revealed chilling evidence in the court. In a heated argument with Dominic not long before the crash, Mackenzie allegedly threatened to crash the car. That statement, once brushed off as teenage emotion, suddenly took on a darker meaning. Then came the surveillance footage, showing Mackenzie just days before the incident, driving the same route. Prosecutors called it a test run. Finally, the most damning clip, the night of the crash. No signs of braking. No hesitation, just a straight, full-speed impact into a brick wall. The courtroom fell silent. And the story Mackenzie hoped would set her free completely fell apart. The defense claimed Mackenzie suffered memory loss, brain trauma, and couldn't remember anything from that night. But the evidence said otherwise. The black box data, the surveillance footage, and Mackenzie's own words, documented by friends in the weeks leading up to the crash. The judge didn't need a jury. This was a bench trial, meaning one judge would decide her fate. And on August 14, 2023, that fate was sealed. Judge Nancy Margaret Russo delivered the verdict. Guilty on all counts. She declared that Mackenzie acted with purpose and intent, accelerating toward that wall as a mission of death. There was no mechanical failure, no medical emergency, just a deliberate act to end 2 lives.
This trial is the culmination of decisions made by one person, the defendant. Those decisions have forever altered the futures of 3 families, and of you also, Mackenzie. And your decisions forever robbed Dominic and Davion of the futures that they had before them. If there is one thing that can be taken away from this case, as painful as it is this. Every decision we make is important. Every action we make is important. Regardless of whether the decision is a good one or a bad one, Whether the actions are good or not, the result is the same. The totality of the evidence clearly demonstrates that Mackenzie Shirilla acted purposely and intentionally in the early morning hours of July 31st, 2022, and her purpose was to kill Dominic Russo and Davion Flanagan. No reasonable fact finder could view the totality of this evidence in this case and come to any other conclusion. Her actions were controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful. This was not reckless driving. This was murder. Court renders the following verdicts. Count finds the defendant Mackenzie Shirilla guilty of murder, to wit Davion Flanagan, in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 2903.02a, as charged in count 2 of the indictment. Count 3, murder. The court, having had count 3 tried to and pursuant to waiver, finds the defendant Mackenzie Shirilla guilty of murder, to wit Dominic Russo, in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 2903.02b, as charged in count 3. Count 4, murder. The court, having had count 4 tried to and pursuant to waiver, finds the defendant Mackenzie Shirilla guilty of murder, to wit Dominic Russo, in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 2903.02b, as charged in count 4.
Mackenzie Shirilla, just 19 years old, was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. And that's when the reality hit Mackenzie Shirilla like a wave. She broke down, sobbing uncontrollably as the sentence was read. No longer composed, no longer confident, just a teenager coming to grips with the truth. She wasn't going home. After leaning so heavily on the idea that her defense would clear her, that the crash would be seen as a mistake, she now sat frozen in shock. The same confidence she once had shattered. Her tears filled the room, but for the
I'm devastated by the loss of Davion. The world lost a truly special man.
Be thankful that you're still alive and have a future, whatever that may be. Dom and Davion were robbed of their futures, their hopes, and their dreams.
The case stunned the public. Social media was divided. Some felt sympathy for Mackenzie, a teenager whose life had spiraled out of control. Others saw her as a manipulative girl, someone who played the victim after causing a tragedy that cost 2 young lives. Families of the victims, the pain was immeasurable. Dominic Russo's mother said, "She was part of our family. We loved her. And yet, she's the reason my son is gone." Davion Flanagan's family, too, described their heartbreak, stating that he was never supposed to be involved. Just a friend, in the wrong place at the worst time imaginable. To this day, many wonder, did Mackenzie really plan it? Or was she a broken teenager acting on emotion in the heat of a toxic relationship? Mackenzie Shirilla's case reminds us how quickly reckless choices and unchecked emotions can turn fatal. It wasn't just speeding. It wasn't just an argument. It was a fatal decision, one that left 2 young men gone, 3 families shattered, and a teenage girl behind bars for life. Justice may have been served, but there are no winners here. Just lives lost, and a community left wondering how something so preventable turned so deadly. You've seen the footage. You've heard the story. Now, what do you think? Was this a tragic accident or a calculated plan all along? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed watching this video, be sure to watch the next video on your screen. I'll see you there.